As Marilyn Monroe said, imperfection is beauty, madness is genius, and it's better to be absolutely ridiculous than absolutely boring. So let's talk about some ways to make it a beautifully mad March here in St. Louis. March is Women's History Month as well as International Ideas Month. Celebrate this month by supporting the women in your life and chasing their dreams and recognizing the potential of ideas. And ideas seem simple, but change and innovation all began with something simple. I was thinking about my best idea ever, and I'll tell you, I invented the pay at the pump for gas. Okay, so when I say I invented the pay at the pump, I came up with the idea before it was ever there, but I was probably an 8, 9, 10-year-old kid. But anyhow, I remember telling my mom about that, and she said that, that's a great idea, but it might put a bunch of people out of work if you have this situation where people don't have to go inside to pay for their gas. Now here we have it, certainly just a few years later, pay at the pump. My idea was actually a little bit better because it took cash, like the machine like at Showbiz Pizza, and that was how I sort of put that together, because you put the cash in and it spits out quarters. Anyway, that's how my pay at the pump worked. Anyway, that was my idea. I didn't follow through with it. Somebody got rich. And even though I didn't win big with my great idea, somebody's going to win big this month because it is also March Madness, which means that everybody has a chance to go big. That is for sure. Art and Bloom was last Friday at the St. Louis Art Museum, and this annual celebration of flowers and fine art had dozens of work from the museum's collection, interpreted through floral designs by the region's most talented florists. Now, it's interesting about flowers because, we love flowers. I love flowers, but not everybody loves flowers, apparently. I know that my team member, Ashley, recently graduated from the St. Louis Association of Realtors Leadership Academy, and we got flowers for her and presented them to her at her graduation ceremony. Turns out, because she is with child, that affects some things that she's got going on, so she couldn't stand to be around the flowers, but at the same time, she didn't want to hurt all of our feelings and not have the flowers there sitting on her desk. So anyhow, once I found out about that, I felt terrible. Like, get rid of the flowers. We can move them somewhere else. No big deal. Sometimes it's better not to stop and smell the roses. Then if you didn't make it out last Friday, don't worry, because Art in Bloom and all kinds of art are in bloom all around St. Louis all throughout the month. And we can also celebrate Women's History Month on March 9th at the Missouri History Museum in Forest Park. Thursday night at the museum is hosting Black Women in Media, an evening filled with information about the role that media plays in the St. Louis community and the varied influences of Black women. Speaking of March 9th, this is my wife's birthday on March 9th, and she is intelligent, beautiful, and all of these things, in creating her own women's history this month and every month for her business, our family, our lives, and the lives of all of those around us. Love you, baby. On the 10th, it's the opening reception for spring exhibitions at the Pulitzer Art Foundation. Faye Heavyshield, Confluences and the Nature of Things, Medieval Art and Ecology is going to be upon us. And if you're feeling musical this March, you're in a good spot for sure. We've got Subtronics at the Factory in Chesterfield, the Killers at the Shavitz Arena. We've got Shrek Rave at Red Flag in Midtown. Oh man, we've got all kinds of stuff kicking off this month. Also, I can't wait to check out the Future of Opera, which is here. They've got a variety of different types of music and different types of interpretations that are going to be taking place. So this is not your grandma's opera, and I can't wait to check it out. It will be amazing at the Opera Theater. Of course, spring is right around the corner, allegedly, because I'll tell you, the groundhog said that we were going to have 6 more weeks of winter, and I know that we've been having some spring-like weather, but I keep telling people, we're going to get snow again. It's going to freeze again before April, and I don't want to say I told you so when it happens, and I don't know that I want it to happen. In fact, I don't want it to happen, because when, to see the beautiful shoots come out of the ground, I've got flowers already, I've got things budding on trees, all that good stuff. And once it freezes, those things go away, and they're never as robust as they would have been had they not froze. So I hope it doesn't snow again. However, I'm afraid that we might see some snow. But like we talked about with Phil, Punxsutawney Phil, that is, in his prediction, although he predicted 6 more weeks, he's been wrong like 70% of the time or something like that. So anyway, we'll see what happens, and let's hope for a quick spring coming up, and let's enjoy it while we have it. And hey, if it snows again, so be it. Let's enjoy that too. One more chance to fire up the fireplace. Anyhow, I hope you had an opportunity to check out the Holi Festival, which is the ancient Hindu festival that makes the end of winter and heralds the arrival of spring. This particular festival, by the way, was the very last festival that I was able to attend before COVID came upon us. Me and Nyla were there at the Festival of Colors, and I've got a beautiful image of us, showered in bright, vibrant colors, which symbolizes the triumph of good over evil and a time for new beginnings where people can release all their inhibitions and start fresh. So I hope that you got a chance to check that out. If not, it's not too late to have your own Holi celebration. On the 11th, the St. Patrick's Day Parade will make its way through downtown St. Louis. Head downtown to see all kinds of green beer, red hair, and colorful beads flying through the air. Hey, I'm a poet, didn't even know it. Did you catch that? Anyway, sorry. If you're feeling extra wild, you can head to the Endangered Wolf Center in Eureka and howl at the moon, woohoo, werewolves of London, right? With the wolves this month, the 2023 Gateway Outdoor Expo will be held at Tower Grove Park at the end of the month. They'll be showcasing outdoor gear, services, and all types of resources, all in a festive, family-friendly environment. And of course, we can't forget it's officially baseball season, and our St. Louis Cardinals started spring training and are going to have their first home game at Busch Stadium on March 30th. Cannot wait for the season. Hopefully, our Cardinals will make another run into the playoffs, maybe finish a little better than they did last year, but it was great to see Albert Pujols and Yadier Molina in their illustrious careers at Busch Stadium in the playoffs. And also, I'm excited to see our St. Louis City soccer team, making some waves here as they start off their inaugural season here in St. Louis. So let's cheer them on in hopes that they're going to have an amazing season and certainly an amazing run here in St. Louis. And let's support the hometown, as always. So whether you spend this month in your head, coming up with ideas outside, exploring our beautiful city, make it a great one, St. Louis. I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.